So I'm making a video right now, and I've never really done this. It's just because I feel like I have something to say, and I think it's worth it for other people to hear it. I had a meaningful dream, I think, and I didn't really appreciate how meaningful it was at the time. But I think now I do, and I've done a lot of reflecting on it. I had this dream where I was sort of like this little soldier ant almost, and I was given this package, this really, really important package, and I don't know why it was so important. I just knew from somewhere deep that it was the most important thing in all of existence, and it was mine to deliver. And I kind of, I had this feeling of popping out of the top of this like ant mound type of thing that was like built of these other people, other like ant soldiers getting out of this hole. And we all have our own important packages that we believe are so important, and we all charge off into who knows outward with this important thing to deliver. And none of us really has orders or instructions. We just know that what we have is so, I don't know. I realized at a moment, I looked around and I looked at all of us charging out from the anthill with our own little packages. They're so important to each one of us. And I sort of get this sense that we're all sort of attached to like a bungee cord. Kind of feels like we're tugging against it, but we're not actually going to go anywhere in the end. And it sort of struck me as, oh my God, this whole just big mess of beings with this important thing to deliver, and we don't have the ability to get there. And we all have there's such pain, each one of us. And I sort of figured it out. We were all, okay, I should say I figured this out after the dream. I figured this out, this image of tugging against nothing. It came to me when I thought about it while I was awake, that we were all trying to run through this membrane that just stopped. The membrane was the border of unreality and reality, and we just couldn't quite get into unreality, where somehow we all had this idea that we would gain this immortal sense of importance. I don't know exactly what it was. But then it struck me with this a desire to communicate that was so strong, a thing that I wanted to tell. It's like I wanted to pop my head up again from the top of the ant mount. I saw things differently, and I don't even know how to say it exactly, but a miracle happened in my mind. And I realized that we're all charging off into the distance, but what we think is our own individual souls. But what the actual reality is, we're all charging off into nothing, going nowhere, charging away from each other, trying to believe separatism really even exists. It's just a construct. And what I really want to tell all of my fellow humans is to turn around. You're not carrying your own soul. You are on the back of the one soul, trying to move away from it. It just wants you to turn around and see your oneness with it. You think that's your own soul you're carrying on your back? It's not. It's the same soul everyone's carrying, trying to make it to their own destinies. The only reality is the only way you actually get there is to turn around and realize that you're all the same soul trying to carry it to the same place. You're all expressions of the same soul trying to realize something about itself. We're all pushing outward. Why are we pushing outward? What are we doing? Why? What's the point? We're all supposed to realize our oneness and our abilities to grow as one. Pushing. That's why we're all pushing. We're all here to learn something. Every part of us needs to be willing to turn around and realize your oneness with everyone else. And humble yourself. And it's hard. It's a lifelong battle, I think. I think that's what I've come to learn, is that it's a battle for the rest of all of our days. Kindness.